Hello, my name is Kelsey, and I like to wear other people's clothes. Welcome to the podcast, Can You Take My Shift? This podcast is about bonding with your coworkers, about how much you hate your job. So I just have one question for you. My Amy, can you take my shift?
No, because you've worn all my clothes and now they're dirty and I have to do laundry.
Fair, true. That's pretty shitty of me. I wear your clothes and then I don't do your laundry.
No, and then every time I go to look for some, I'm like, oh, it's in my laundry. Now I have, the one bad thing about, sorry to go off on a little tangent, but the worst thing I think about quarantine is like you kind of go out, or you don't go out more than me, but like your job allows you to wear more clothing options than mine does. So I'm like, at least someone's wearing my clothes. I just kind of wish it was me.
True. Well, welcome back, everyone. Happy Thursday. So, Amy, what did we do this week? What cheeky little activities did we get up to?
We decorated for Christmas.
Yes, it's officially December. I think we all can use a little holiday cheer in this shitstorm of a year. I know cases keep going up in BC. We all knew the second wave was going to be worse than it is.
Yep.
What did we do? Yeah, we did, but our apartment looks so cute. We went for a Whoville theme, even though it's not, but, it's inspired.
It's inspired. I love me a good Whoville tacky Christmas.
Yeah, I baked butter tarts.
I made Rice Krispie squares.
And almost killed an old lady in the process.
Well, no, so I wanted the festive Rice Krispie flakes, and I couldn't find them anywhere. This one I was like, fine, I'll just make them. I won't be happy about it, but I'll still make them. And then as we're checking out, out of the corner of my eye, I see the boxes of holiday Rice Krispie squares, and I look at Kelsey, I'm like, I'll be right back! And I, run, and I, sneak in between these, older couple at the store, and I go, excuse me, I just need to grab those. And they go, oh, and they see me put the normal box of Rice Krispies down and pick up the holiday ones, and they're like, oh no. And I'm like, I've been looking everywhere for these and I really need them to make Rice Krispie squares. And they're like, ho 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 ho, they're just laughing at me, and I'm like, thank you. And I run back, probably oh, those millennials and their holiday treats.
But you know what, they were good. And they were far better than regular plain Rice Krispies would have been.
Absolutely.
No, we also watched Dash and Lily, which was super cute. Nick Jonas, I understand that, and don't get me wrong, I love the Jonas Brothers. I understand that you produced it, but your little bit was so weird.
Yeah, I don't know, sure, throw it in. I was very indifferent towards it. I was like, okay, it was a thing that happened.
Yeah.
But some of the things in the show, I was like, okay, those are things that happened.
Yeah.
So, yeah. The show was just, really cute. I don't think it's, groundbreaking or, amazing. But, it was a nice watch. It was just sweet.
Solid 7 out of 10, I would say.
Yep.
Yeah. And then the last thing we tried to do was, so this week was Black Friday, which I remember when I was a kid was never a thing in Canada.
It only became a thing within the past 5 years because they were trying to keep shopping sales in Canada instead of especially people in BC who can drive down to the border and just go shopping. I remember growing up here, my mom used to wake us up at 5 a.m. We'd head down to Bellingham, go crazy at the mall, and then my mom would be done all her holiday shopping. It would be cheaper than buying anything in Canada, especially when the dollar was on par. Mm-hmm. Remember those good old days? Oh man.
So long ago.
And so it was worth it. So now they bring it up to Canada every year because, especially now with online ordering, it just makes sense to bring it up to Canada. Mm-hmm. And you know what? We're just lucky because now we get to shop on Black Friday and Boxing Day. Ooh.
Except, oh my god, I was so mad. So the deals weren't that good. And everything was sold out online. I went on the Indigo website because I was looking, because my family loves to do stocking stuffers, even though most likely I'm probably not even going to see my family for Christmas. Mm-hmm. So I was like, okay, I'll mail them a bunch of cute little stocking stuffers, and then my mom can put them in everyone's stocking. Sold out online. And there was their big deal. It was 40% off stocking stuffers. And then it was available in store. There's still a pandemic going on. You don't want people shopping in store. And then it's only available in store. I was just I love Indigo. like, it's one of my favorite places to shop because I was looking through their website and it's really cute. They have like gifts for him, for her, and them, which we love, we stan.
We love. I think it was on TikTok, someone was like, oh my gosh, Indigo supports the non-binary people. And I'm like, I don't think that's what they meant it for specifically. Like, I think it was meant for couples. But also you look on there and it's very like, it's not just for couples. It's a very kind of open, broad
And I think they've changed it for like non-binary.
I think they have now because it was picking up a lot of traction. But like, we stan Indigo. Indigo is an amazing little store. And also another fun fact about Indigo, which is a reason you need to support your Canadian bookstore instead of buying your books from Amazon. Yes, we're all guilty of buying books on Amazon. I am, because it's been cheaper. But now we need to start shopping at Indigo, especially right now, because they've blacklisted J.K. Rowling from all their sales, any promotions. They will not advertise any of her books. I don't know if I think they're still going to be carrying like Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Because that's just something they've always carried, and that's a whole other thing that I won't get into, whether or not you want to support Harry Potter. You do you. But they're not like going forward any of her pen names, any of that stuff. Nah. So we love Indigo.
We love them. And also a fun fact, so I was looking through all their tabs on their website, which like besides everything being sold out, like it was a mark against them there. But I was like, oh, wellness, self-love. So if you're looking for a personal massager, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, Indigo sells them online. Well, some actually said in select stores, which I've never seen I
feel like maybe if you go downtown Robson Street, maybe. Like in like the back corner with like the Goop products, probably.
Yeah. So I was laughing, and then I was looking through the website, and I showed my boyfriend this, and I was like, they sell personal massagers. He's like, oh, and I was like, I can get plum points.
We love a good deal in this house.
Exactly, plum points.
Plum points.
Yeah.
Even though plum points is probably one of the worst reward systems.
It really is. I don't know if I've ever redeemed anything.
I think I bought so many books over quarantine, and I still don't have enough for a $5 coupon. Although I've heard they're like the Plum Plus, it's like you pay so much for the year, and then you get like 10% off every purchase plus free shipping all year round. I think that one's worth it because like you get 10% off and free shipping. Like that's pretty nice.
You do have to pay for it, which because when I was there I was buying, our friend is having a baby, so I was buying books for her, and I'm like going through the checkout, and he's like, I see that you buy a lot of books, and it was like he had this weird script memorized.
Yeah.
You are a frequent customer. Would you like Plum Plus? And I was like, no, I'm good.
Yeah, no, like I know some people who have Plum Plus, and they're like, look, if you want it, just like give me like your order and I'll ship it to your house, because like that's what I do with my Amazon thing, because I only have Amazon because I'm a student and it's cheap. So I'm like, look, if you want something from Amazon, like just give me your address and I'll ship it to you. So it's so much easier. Yeah,
well, I mean, you're not a student anymore.
Oh yeah, that's what's been going on in my life. I am done 2 out of 4 of my last university classes. I had my French finalement examen today. That's terrible. That was not even proper French.
And you passed?
I mean, I did okay, I think. I don't know. We'll see. I feel like I did better than my midterm, but I'm definitely going to pass the class no matter what. I'm passing all my classes. Again, as we've said before, C's get degrees, but Truly. This girl's about to have her diploma, her tiny little piece of paper saying that she did 2 years worth of schoolwork. So that's exciting.
Ooh, is it going to sit on a shelf collecting dust like mine?
Probably.
Yeah.
In a nice little frame.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, mine's not even framed.
Oh. Yeah. You should probably do that.
Yeah, maybe. No, I'm done 2 out of 3 of my classes for my first semester. I got an A in one of my classes, and I know I got an A in my other class. I'm just waiting for all of my grades to get back.
Yeah, same. Yeah. Like all my 2 of my classes are done, but my teachers haven't like finalized my grades, but you can like check your marks, and they're like an 87 or a whatever, and I'm like, fucking A. Yes.
Fucking A, bro. No,
Yeah.
but my group simulation first part of the project ended, and like I truly was it last podcast? Yeah, last podcast we met some of my group members. They are not the group members I loathe and hate. Those group members are so nice. They're from a different class.
Yes.
My other class group members, I would, the trolley problem? Just let them have it. Like, I am never going to meet these people, and I never want to meet these people because they have let me down so hard. Only one other person in my group did work, so it was a group of 5. I never even heard from one of them. Like, he never answered anything. No emails, no, like, WhatsApps, no nothing.
Did he read them? Did you check to see if he's read them?
Yeah. And then it was the competition part where you were like selling an item, and I had us in second place. And then anytime I let any of my team members take the wheel, we plummeted.
Oh no.
So we ended up in 4th place, and I was like, wow, cool. So, like, I have a type A personality. Mm-hmm. I have a little bit of control issues. But, like, this is when anyone's like, oh, you have control issues, I think I'm validated.
Yeah, no, if your group mates are going to sink your project, then by all means.
And now next week, we have to give an oral presentation where every single group member needs to answer a question about the project. So, like, I don't know if this dude's even exists at this point.
Yeah, good luck, man. Mm-hmm. All I gotta say is now that I'm almost done school, I'm happy to be done group projects, but now starts the fun job hunt, looking for jobs. And I have been looking for jobs and applying for places. I mean, right now is the worst season to be looking.
Yeah.
But
yeah, so my group projects are terrible. It's supposed to be teaching you about the real life, but in the real life, you can fire people.
Yes.
You can fire people, you can vote out board members. Truly, if I wanted to learn about the real life and how, like, real group and social situations work, I'd go on, like, a reality TV show. Like, Survivor, you get to vote people out if you don't like them. If they're not carrying their weight at camp, you get to vote them out.
Yep.
And with that little segue, let's talk about what our topic of the day is today.
Reality shows, or more specifically, the jobs people have on reality shows, or I guess the jobs they've now quit to participate on reality shows.
Exactly. So I always, when I'm trying to get to know people, I have like a bank of like 10 questions I like to ask people, just like lighthearted to get to know them, not like, hi, tell me about your childhood trauma.
Yeah, well, I mean, that always ends up coming up anyway,
True.
I find, especially nowadays.
Yeah,
but anyway,
a little later, yeah. So one of my questions I always ask is, if you could win like a reality TV show game show, which one do you think you could win? Now, my answer is Survivor, because I am great at puzzles.
Yes.
When I work out, I'm in good shape, and I'm a good little climber. I'm a very good swimmer. Like, I'd obviously have to, like, work out a couple months before I went. So the only problem is, when I'm cold, I complain.
Yeah.
When I'm too hot, I complain. So if I could learn not to complain, I could easily win that show.
Also, the food on Survivor, like...
But I eat rice, like, 5 times a week.
Yeah.
And that's all they eat. So, like, I'm good with just rice.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know if I could win, like, any reality competition, honestly. I could maybe do Amazing Race, because I've traveled a lot. I know how to travel. I know how to get places really fast. I kind of know a second language. Like, I can work my way around that. I can get around.
But you can't drive.
I'll call a taxi and Uber. That's what half the time they do anyway. They're in, like, the back of a taxi.
Yeah, but one person on the show has to know how to drive.
Well, Kelsey, you'll be my partner.
Okay.
You know how to drive.
Okay, so Amazing Race producers, if you'd like to have us on, we'd be totally down.
Totally down.
Yeah, I will drive. Amy will do the math.
I'll literally do everything else. You just have to drive.
That's fair. Yeah, but why don't we talk about some shows today? So I decided that we would talk about 3 shows today because I was curious. So the first show I looked up is Survivor, and because my parents grew up watching Survivor, I mean, I won Survivor.
How do you win Survivor?
Well, okay, so there was two times in my life where I played Survivor. One was my sister's 8th birthday.
I love that.
She had a Survivor-themed birthday where my mom actually had us vote each other out.
Mom's a savage. Happy birthday!
Yeah.
You are now voted off the island. Do you want a piece of cake?
Yeah. So the very first challenge, my mom did the eating an eating challenge.
Yeah.
And I was put up against my sister, and my mom mixed my mom put literally a shot glass of hot sauce, and I think she watered it down like a little bit.
Yeah.
And my sister took one whiff and went, huh, and I just slammed that back.
Wow.
7 years old, was like, all right, let's go.
Alpha child.
Exactly. I got voted out at the second tribal council because it was my sister's birthday and her friends were like, no, go away.
Did you ever have the Survivor board game when you were growing up?
No, I didn't.
Oh, my family had that because we would watch Survivor a little bit, but then we had the board game, and you also had to do you had to vote people up on tiny pieces of paper, and I remember there was like a mountain or something, and you had to put them in the mountain, and then whenever the turn was over, you would vote people out of the game. So that was fun.
Did my husband get voted out first?
No, he didn't.
Oh.
He did not. He did well.
Oh, that surprises me. I'd probably vote him out first. Hi, honey. Yeah, but no, so I did a little research, a little tippity-tappity research, and I found this really good article that this lady wrote. I could definitely try and tag it if anyone is interested. I mean, I know one person who might be interested, and that's it, but... So, Survivor looks to cast students, teachers, attorneys, athletes, and pharmaceutical sales rep. On average, executives and military personnel are the oldest contestants, while students and adventure guides are the youngest. The sweetest spot for a winner is between 31 and 32 years old. Old enough to have some life experience, but young enough to survive the elements and challenges. Alright, so I've got to wait 5 years.
Yeah.
Before I can go. Okay. The most consistent tribal and individual challenge performers are teachers, actors, adventure guides, construction workers, and fitness instructors. Yoga seems to be a great preparation for challenge dominance. All right, I was an actor. I've got some good profession. What else did this article say? Oh, contestants working in law enforcement, on average, are the worst performers on the show. Survivor truly said,
all cops are bastards, truly.
You have close to an 80% chance of going out pre-merge entering the game in the law enforcement profession. Coaches have the best overall record of the 10 most common careers seen on Survivor. They appear to have the right mix of social, strategic, and physical prowess. I mean, I get that. Mm-hmm. For my family, besides me, I think my dad could win.
Probably.
Because, he's coached for years. He knows how to... He's like a Mr. Build It, Mr. Fix It.
Yeah.
He's a handyman. He's a bit older now.
Yeah.
But, I'm sure he'd be fine. He's still a very good swimmer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So there appears to be a consistent theme between performing well on Survivor and coming from a career that requires working with teams where you build a consensus or need to relate to a large variety of different types of people. Business consultants, fitness instructors, and coaches work with an ever-changing set of people. They are in positions where they are teaching but not dictating. They have to inspire or manipulate people to do what they want done.
Honestly, but that makes 100% sense that those are the professions that would do so well.
Yeah, no, it totally makes sense.
Yeah.
And then it says, conversely, occupations like law enforcement, military, or attorneys, where the day-to-day social dynamic is very different from those of a consultant, are part of the bottom half of the average placement. These three professions potentially carry certain negative stereotypes that might hurt a player's chances.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So I'm an actor. I've played on teams. I think my profession. What about I don't think your none of your professions.
None of my professions would work out, but I did play on a lot of sports teams growing up. Mm-hmm. One of my favorite sports is swimming, so got that down. I do pretty okay in the sun. Myself, my skin, not so much. Please, Survivor people, give me all the SPF, or else I will die.
True, that's very fair. Yeah,
please. And I'm a good team work ethic. I'm always down to be yes, let's work together as a team to go do things. So I feel I wouldn't win Survivor, but I would be a fan favorite.
You would make it to the merge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's about as far as I'd go because at that point it's not team-based anymore. So
Exactly.
I'd be like, no.
Yeah. You're not a great individual competitor.
No.
Yeah. And then the other time I was on Survivor was, so picture this, because I'm an actor. I'm a natural-born actor, and that's where my acting career started.
Ah.
So, elementary school.
Okay.
The Christmas pageant. Kelsey is 8 years old.
I'm following.
They decide to do this play with music, as elementary school pageants do.
Yes, of course.
Hey, what show's really popular right now? This was like Survivor in its heyday.
Yeah.
Survivor. I don't even know if where they got this play or if the music teacher was just like high on something when she wrote this, but they're like, let's do this play called Survivor Santa. So they hold auditions. Guess who gets cast as Santa?
Ooh, is it my special, lovely little co-host?
It is.
Ooh.
Yes. Yeah, 8-year-old Kelsey gets cast as Santa.
Ho, ho, ho.
Because she, truly, because she was better than all the boys, so they just had to give me the role. So here's the premise. They're holding Survivor in the North Pole this season.
Chilly.
Now, Santa is broke, and the elves are on strike, so there's not going to be any toys for Christmas. So what does he do? He decides to go on Survivor and win the $1 million to pay for all the toys for Christmas. But they need a backup, so Rudolph goes with him. They get put on opposite tribes.
Oh, no.
They compete. And then what do the competitors do when they find out why Santa is here? They decide to let him win.
Aww.
Sorry, let them win.
Yes.
Because in this universe, Santa is non-binary.
All right.
Yeah. They decide to let Santa win so all the children can have toys for Christmas.
That's really sweet. That's a nice little ending of the story.
Yeah. And it's that role of mine is iconic, and it truly inspired me to be an actor.
Wow. Me, you, and your future husband Keegan have all been cast in main roles in Christmas pageants. Look at that family dynamic.
Oh my goodness. The Kardashians have nothing
on us.
Oh my god. Do you want to talk about your show you could win next?
Ooh. Well, see, the thing is, I don't know if I could win this show.
Okay.
Per se.
See, I think, I've only watched one season of it, so I don't know.
I also made you watch that.
True.
But okay, we're going to talk about my favorite show, which is Big Brother. I think I've been watching this show now for close to 7 or 8 years, and the show's been on for this was its 22nd season, and any fans of the show know the last 4 seasons have been incredibly rough and terrible to get through.
Sure.
Yes, but I digress.
Okay.
I don't know if I could win Big Brother. I know we just mentioned, we've been mentioning Kelsey's husband a little bit, my brother Keegan. He was actually going to go audition for the Canadian version of the show one year, and I was like, oh, absolutely. I was egging him on. I was like, do it. Because this was in, his peak MMA fighting days, and I was like, yes, do it. I felt like, is it Count Dooku? He goes, do it. I don't know. I can't remember the Star Wars guy
No,
name.
that's
Palpatine,
Yeah.
sorry.
Do it.
That's
Yeah.
what I felt like. Because Keegan would be he's super competitive, he is super physically fit, and he has a very strong social game. My only worry with him is he would accidentally get into a fight with somebody.
Oh, 100%.
And on Big Brother, any sort of violence whatsoever, even a shove, automatic grounds for expulsion. You're gone, no questions asked, because everything's caught on film, right? So,
Oh my god, his confessions would be iconic.
I know they would be up there with was it Gemma in the UK?
Oh yeah,
Brother?
yeah. I mean, he ate all the cereal. He ate 4 bowls, and not 4 regular bowls, but 4 mountainous bowls.
Why do you want to go home, Jay? Are you on drugs?
Oh, Keegan would be very much up there.
Big Brother would be great. I don't think I could win Big Brother. I would definitely be what people would like to call a floater on the show. You keep them around because they are a vote for your side, but once they see that you're not helpful anymore, you're gone. And at that point, your game's gone. It's too late. But I would be probably one of them. Which honestly, yeah, I'd want my 5 minutes of fame, and then maybe again I'd be the fan favorite, because fan favorites also win money on Big Brother.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. I would just like to make it to the jury, because then you get to just hang out in a really, really nice house.
Well, who's your favorite winner? Because you're watching this season. You're like, oh, this little guy, he's my favorite. What did he do?
Oh, yeah, because this season was an all-star winner. So my favorite winner of the past, I think this was probably like the second season I watched, or third season I watched. His name was Ian Terry. So Ian, I love our little boy Ian. He won Big Brother 14, and before he was on the show, he was a physics teacher.
Okay.
That's what he was. And he's like this tiny little bundle of a nerd. He's adorable. I love him so much. And so he was a physics teacher, and now he is a management consultant, which the reason Big Brother is kind of like the big show is because a lot of the people who go on the show, from the research I've done, their careers are so varied and so vast, but then once they go on Big Brother, they get these 1 to 2 years of this small little, like,
15 minutes of fame.
Yeah, 15 minutes of fame. And it takes them off for like a couple years, and then that's it. And then they usually try to get back on Big Brother again, or they go on another reality show or anything else. So if you ever want to try to get your 15 minutes of fame, get on Big Brother, because that seems to be the easiest way to do it.
Well, I did look it up today, and they were casting for 2021, but they ended on November 20th, and I was like,
You missed it.
I know, I'm not doing much.
No, some of the past winners, again, they've been all over the place. One of the people, I believe her name was Casey. She was an athlete, so obviously very fit. That'll be really good. Another winner, I think last season's winner, Jackson, he was just a server. And another winner, Nicole, she was a ER nurse, actually, so obviously she would work really well under pressure.
True, yeah.
Because the main things in Big Brother is you have to have a lot of endurance, you have to be social, and you have to, I guess, kind of be sneaky. Like, those are the three main things. Mm-hmm. Another winner, Derek, he was a police officer. Sorry, Derek, all cops are bastards. But his season was really cool because I think him being a cop, or he was like an undercover cop, actually helped him win, because he was kind of able to manipulate everybody. And I know that's not a good trait, but to win a reality show...
Oh, no, manipulation is huge.
Yeah.
How do you think I would do on Big Brother?
I think you would do... I think you would do okay, but you don't have great endurance. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of endurance competitions in Big Brother. That's a lot of the thing.
Mm-hmm. I do well in all the puzzle competitions.
Yeah, the puzzle, there isn't a lot of those, unfortunately. Big Brother's a lot of, like, brain games, or a lot of, like,
I have
really
a terrible memory.
Tasks. Yeah, like, that's the thing, is I can do some of the tasks. Another, I don't know if this girl ever won, but her name was Rachel Riley on the show, and she was just a TV personality trying to get her 15 minutes of fame, got on the show, met her husband on the show, became like a Big Brother, like, all-star favorite kind of person, got really big with that kind of crowd of people, and then she went on to go on Amazing Race, and she came back to Big Brother, and then she was a talk show host, and then she was on Celebrity Fear Factor.
My God.
Which I don't consider her a celebrity, so they must have really been looking for people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like, I know a lot of people's favorite participants on Big Brother. Her name's Devon. She's, like, really... There's, like, famous gifs of her all the time. It's, like, the one gif where it's, like, pretends to be shocked. And she's never won Big Brother. I think, like, the one season she was on, she got voted out, like, third. And then she was on this season, and she made it a little bit further. But she's not a good competitor, but she was on, like, 2 to 3 seasons of The Challenge on MTV. So... I think with Big Brother, it's kind of an anomaly. Like, you can literally do any career, and then it almost launches you into, like, stardom, basically. Because a lot of them take off from there, or they're able to start their own companies. Like Nicole, the ER nurse, she now runs a podcast.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Amy, so from promotion for our podcast, you need to go on Big Brother.
I know. That's what I need to do. Like, one of the other winners was, like, a senior advisor, and now he just owns his own company. So, like, if you ever just want your 15 minutes of fame, Big Big Brother.
True. All right, and the last show I want to talk about is, now, I personally think the show is a competition show, because it is. There are, 24 contestants, and there is one winner. Or in one season, no winner.
No winner.
We're talking about The Bachelor.
Yeah.
Now, I have seen, I think, 4 seasons of The Bachelor, because the first season of The Bachelor I ever watched was the guy who chose neither woman.
God, that's insane.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was a thing they could do.
Yeah, he was just like, no. So I think I watched like a couple seasons after that, and then I stopped because it was just getting more ridiculous. Like, it was the most, every single episode was the most dramatic episode next.
Yeah, it was like that with Big Brother too. They were always like, the next time on Big Brother, and they'd like try to hype it up, and you're like, oh, it was really lame.
Yeah.
Like, you can't, there's only so much you can like try to force drama or like entertainment for people.
Yeah, no, I was just like, I remember watching, because my sister loves The Bachelor, so like she still watches it, and she like talks about it. And there was this bar like downtown that would show The Bachelor every Monday, and I was like,
Oh, yeah.
oh, that's kind of fun. But I think The Bachelor, it's not about love. Like, if I was on The Bachelor, I'm not here for the right reasons. I'm here to win.
No, because even, remember when they had like the Canadian Bachelor and it was...
Oh, I watched those. Yeah.
Yes.
So, okay, so I've seen like 6 seasons of The Bachelor, because I watched the
Yes.
2 seasons of, because they filmed it in Victoria, in Bear Mountain.
Well, because one of the female bachelors was from like BC somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but they actually filmed the whole season in Bear Mountain in Victoria.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because my dad was like, I fixed that dishwasher.
I love that.
Working with a dad in trades, passing by any house, I fixed something there. Yeah, but oh my goodness, like, okay, so let's talk about the most successful occupations for contestants on The Bachelor are sales and marketing, nursing, and teaching. There have been 5 winners working in field of sales and marketing. In addition to that, 2 of the bachelors themselves came from a sales background. Second, with 3 winners, is the nursing field. And finally, 2 winners and 2 finalists throughout the history have been teachers. Now, we've all seen the women on The Bachelor. They're all gorgeous women.
Are they nurses because they were all mean girls in high school?
I mean, you said it. I didn't. And usually, teachers are patient.
True.
Because this process requires a lot of patience. But sales and marketing, you have to sell. The show is all about selling yourself.
Yeah.
So that makes the most sense.
Okay, so maybe I could win The Bachelor.
Yeah, we both could win. We both could win The Bachelor.
Yeah.
We're in business and marketing. Like, come on, we know how to sell ourselves.
I mean, I know how to sell other people. That's why I went into it. I can't sell myself, but like I could work on it.
Okay, here's what we do. Here's how we win The Bachelor. So you and I get cast on the same season. We pretend we don't know each other.
Okay.
All right. And then we hype up each other the entire time.
Okay.
Like, what is The Bachelor's name? I don't know. We'll call him Chad. It's average white man name.
Sure.
All right. So I'm like, Chad, Amy's great. And you're like, Chad, Kelsey's great. And then we get along while the other women are fighting, because we're like, drink up. They're drinking. Well, we stay sober. We have the cranberry juice, so it looks like we're drinking. But no, we stay sober because we got to have clear-headed.
Yes.
Yeah. We put the little, because you remember, manipulation. And all 3 of these shows, you need manipulation.
Yes.
So we put little seeds of doubt in his head about all the other women. Right?
Okay.
Then we get to the final 2.
Yes.
And what do? Whoever he proposes to, we both say no. We'd be like the Philippines Bachelor, where like, I ask you to leave with me.
Oh, yeah.
And then we go on Amazing Race.
Absolutely. See, look, this is how we're going to get our 15 minutes of fame.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, we can turn, I feel like because people who have been on Survivor, Big Brother, and The Bachelorette, they all seem to make their way to Amazing Race.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, lots of not lots, but at least one couple has made their way to Amazing Race from Big Brother.
Yeah, and a bunch of Bachelor people go on Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, but it's because they also want to try to fall in love with their dance partner.
Yeah. But no, I got this. So, and if you are a producer of any of these reality shows that we have mentioned, call us. Send us an email.
Hit us up.
Yeah.
We're not doing anything.
Yeah. You know, the other day we looked at our streams and we had the magical number of 666.
Absolutely, we did.
So if you want, I don't know how big our audience is. Do we have 100 followers on Instagram yet?
We do, yeah. We talked about that like 2 episodes ago.
True. So if you want our 100 Instagram followers to turn into your $1 million TV program.
Yeah, truly.
Yeah.
Okay, But what is one reality show that you know that you would have absolutely no chance in ever winning?
Price is Right. I am terrible. I am terrible at estimating.
Yeah, you're also not great with like math.
Yeah.
Because I always say you're like that moment in Friends with Benefits, the movie, because Justin Timberlake cannot do movie in that math, and it's really
can't do movie in that math.
Can't do math in that movie, guys. My joke. Let me have it. And Mila Kunis just always looks at him like, oh, you poor kid.
No, Gabe's allowed to have all three, and I'm not good at math.
Yeah, you're not good at math. I, without a doubt, could never win Fear Factor.
Oh, that's fair.
It's the food challenges.
Yeah.
I'm good with, like, water, sure. Heights, sure. Crazy shit, sure. Never in a million years could I win Fear Factor. Just like the food alone. I'm sorry, I'm not eating testicles or
well, I remember watching one episode and they literally ate roadkill.
Yeah, they ate roadkill. Yeah. I remember they did like a Christmas special one year and they did like 1,000-year-old eggnog and they got like it was disgusting.
Yeah. Or the spiders, you know, when they lock you in like the box with the spiders crawling on your face. No, thank you.
Yeah. No. Or like you gotta put your hand in like the snake pit. Like, I like watching it.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God, do you remember when we lived in Florida and with the one theme park had Fear Factor Live? Did you ever go watch it?
I never watched it because I was terrified of like getting picked or doing something like that.
Okay, well you had to sign up like the morning of. They never picked from the audience because it's like the first competition was you were like hanging from a bar.
Yes.
So that one could not win. I have no grip strength.
Yes.
Then they picked the person from the audience to eat the gross food. And they like put a bunch of weird stuff in a blender and that's what the person from the audience did.
No.
No, you had to volunteer. They weren't just gonna randomly pick you.
I know, but it was such you know, you have just like fears that make absolutely no sense.
Yeah.
That is one of mine.
So fear is a factor for you.
Yes.
Yeah. No, and then the next challenge was, this is the one I wanted to do because I had this weird idea in my head that when I moved down to Florida, I was going to get super ripped.
Sure.
Even though I went to the gym once.
It's more than me, man. True. I never went to the gym.
Yeah, exactly. I went once with Kaylee because she's like, let's work out. And I was like, okay. Yeah. So I was like, okay, gotta get grip strength. And then they put you on these cables while your partner like threw squid at you.
Oh.
So I cannot see you getting through that one. And then the last one was like this car was like hanging and it was on fire and you had to catch flags.
See, like that one I could probably do.
Yeah.
But food or anything with animals?
Yeah, no, you'd tap out at the squid.
Yep. I'd be done.
No, that's fair. Yeah. My mother always said too, every time she loved Fear Factor, she's like, I could win it if I just didn't have to eat that. And I was like, Mom, that's kind of in every episode.
Yeah, because I remember when they revamped it and I got so excited. And I just remember watching it, just like waiting for the food ones, and I would just kind of have to look away because I'm like, I can't. Because even like the people in the show would also be like gagging.
Yeah.
And like, I can't do it. It's not fun watching other people gag. Like, no. I do have like a quick honorable mention for another reality show I think I could win if I put in the time and the effort. And I guess it's technically considered a reality show. And I'm always kind of curious the people who do win it, because it's very varying. Wipeout. I have a weird thing about Wipeout.
You do.
I do. I don't know.
You managed to find a way to talk about Wipeout like every other month.
I do. It comes up, and it's one of those, it truly lives rent-free in my brain. But oddly enough, when I was in junior high, one of my teachers almost got on the Canadian version of Wipeout, and he was like a almost 50-year-old man, and he lost out against a guy who was 22 in his peak like physical strength by 10 seconds.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was he was so devastated, but like he got like a quick little 15 minutes of fame, and it was really cool. But I feel like I could win Wipeout.
Okay.
Like I'm a great swimmer. I bounce back quick. And also, I just think it'd be really fun.
Well, I think the key to winning Wipeout is you can't hesitate.
Yeah, you can't. Like, you have to go.
Yeah. Because, like, anytime you see someone hesitate, that's when they get knocked off.
Yeah. And honestly, like, the people who've won that show, because they always ask, like, what their job is. And they're always, like, middle-aged people. Like, they're like, I'm a teacher. Or, like, I'm a bus driver. Like, they're average Joe Blows.
Well, yeah, because you're people in their peak physical form. You're not winning Wipeout. Get on, like, American Ninja Warrior.
Yeah, and honestly, like, I don't like watching American Ninja Warrior because I don't need to feel bad about myself. I love Wipeout because it's the average person doing extraordinary things. And they had Christmas specials and Halloween specials. I don't know. I just really liked Wipeout. And Wipeout Canada I found it hilarious because it was sponsored by Motrin. Just a pink. And I was like, honestly, that's a great product placement.
That's fair, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
would they be like, wow, look at that fall. He's gonna need some Motrin to fix that.
I think the one challenge where they had like the spinny thing and you had to like stay on the platform, that one was sponsored by Motrin because being whacked by that bar, I don't think felt good.
That's fair. I don't know, because I've seen some like random places in the US where they have like those little like that spinny thing at like some kids parks.
Yeah, those seem dangerous.
Yeah. Because I know there's like an obstacle course in Richmond, but I was like, so why hasn't anyone just like produced a Wipeout obstacle course?
I know. Well, it's another thing. Fun fact about Wipeout, those things were all filmed in like, I don't think it was Mexico, but like some small Caribbean island where like certain laws don't exist. So they can get away with doing certain things and people don't have to sign
waivers.
Yeah, waivers.
Yeah.
So I think those are reasons these things don't exist in North America. Because like, have you ever been to one of those like ninja parks?
No.
I went to it one time with my cousins. We went right before Thanksgiving one year because it was like 16-year-old boys had to blow off steam. Where else do you take them to besides like a Ninja Warrior park? And I'm not in like great physical shape, and during that time I was like pretty okay, but I had to do like, we did one of those like obstacle course things. Holy shit, was that the hardest thing I ever did in my life? And we were like jumping on trampolines and swinging from bars. I was so sore for 2 weeks. Like, I couldn't lift my arms for a good 2 days. It was so painful.
No, that's fair. I went rock climbing at this rock climbing gym, I don't know, last year when you could get sweaty and touch things. And I was like, oh, because it's made for like every age, but they always advertise it with kids. So me and my other friend went, and I was just dripping with sweat by the end.
Maybe there needs to be a reality show for children. You know, there's like Master Chef Junior. We need like a Wipeout Junior.
Well, no, there was that show that was filmed in Toronto that I always see people, because the park is still abandoned. What's it called?
Oh, what? Uh-oh. Was that the one with like the slime?
It was called Splat-A-Lot.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I remember that. Yeah. See, I think the thing is, when they make reality shows for kids, only kids watch them. Whereas, like, I don't know, MasterChef Junior, it's, like, really interesting to watch them because, like, those kids are talented.
Yeah, so I just Googled it, and yeah, the series was a copy of Wipeout designed for children's audience. And they've, like, completely abandoned that whole set. So randomly I see videos pop up online of people just walking in on it. And it's, like, all gross and, like, moldy.
Damn it, you could have turned that into a park! And, oh, man, I would have been there so damn fast. Probably would have hurt something. But, oh boy.
I feel like it was just kind of a lawsuit waiting to happen.
Oh, definite. 100%. Do you have an honorable mention of a reality show?
A reality show, See, the thing is, I used to watch a lot of, like, reality and competition shows. Like, that was, like, when we had cable. Like, I remember when we were kids, and if American Idol was on, recording it with the VHS. Yeah. Or my parents had to record Survivor. And then, because my parents were really into, like, reality shows, and because there's a difference between, like, reality shows and, like, reality TV. Like, my parents thought Jersey Shore was one of the stupidest things out there.
Oh, but I love Jersey Shore. Your husband also loves Jersey Shore.
I know, and that is why I'm meeting with a divorce lawyer.
But I guess there's also a very big difference between like reality shows, reality competition shows, and then just like straight up competition shows where like competition shows would be like, So You Think You Can Dance, Dancing with the Stars, American Idol, America's Got Talent. Yeah, things where people actually have to be very good at something or showcasing something, whereas everything else it's like, oh, you know, the average American could probably be on.
Yeah, because whether or not you're a doctor or a barista, that's not going to help you win American Idol.
No one cares.
Exactly. It's you want to win one of those, like those talent shows, have a sob story.
Yeah.
Have a story that makes people cry, because that's how you get through the first round. Like, I don't know how many times like a singer has like you find out they auditioned for American Idol, got turned down. It's because they were just a good singer, but they didn't have like a my mother died like story.
But it's also almost better, again, not to even win competition reality shows, because then you're not locked into a contract.
Fair.
Right? And then, you know, you can be scouted anywhere, right? Because I think, what is it, like 90% of the time, especially with the American Idol winners, it's the people who come in second that get more famous than the actual winners, because the winners are locked down to a certain contract for certain things, whereas the people who come in second place get offers through the wazoo from anybody.
Because they could choose. Yeah. So I would say, like, with certain shows, that is almost better. Like, obviously, too, the nice thing about winning a game show in Canada is if you win like the $1 million, you get it all, because you can't tax winnings, just like your lottery winnings. You can't be taxed. But if you win the lottery in the US, or you win like Survivor, you don't get the $1 million. You get like $650,000 after taxes.
Yes, and I think it's also a really important thing to say, because with a lot of these reality shows, people quit their jobs to go on them, which we talked about at the beginning. And this was a really big thing about Big Brother. People lose their jobs because of the reality shows. And I mean that in a sense of, like, not only did they quit, their jobs won't take them back because of the way that they've portrayed themselves on national television. Because I think it was, I don't remember the girl's name, I think it was a basic white name like Brittany. That sounds right. And she ended up making a racist comment towards somebody in the house. It's broadcasted to television. And she didn't get very far in the game. No one liked her. And she got voted out of the house. And, you know, I think almost everybody knows that the host of Big Brother is Julie Chen. I don't know her other name is like Julie Chen Nueve. I don't know. I'm very sorry. I just always say Julie Chen. But she put this poor Brittany girl through the ringer. And she was like, do you remember these comments that you said? And Brittany was like, oh, I can't recall those comments. And Julie Chen, well, I have right here on my piece of paper the exact words you said. Because Julie Chen's an Asian American woman, and she didn't appreciate the comments being made. So Julie Chen wrung her out on national television. So the girl lost her job, and she lost all credibility.
No, like, I have heard, like, especially wanting to have, you know, wanting to have a professional and a personal life. Like, I think that's also too why a lot of these people, they are like, we say like, oh, they're just chasing their 15 minutes of fame. Well, there's that weird semi-famous where you don't have any money, but you can't get a normal job.
Yes.
And that's why these people go chasing after other work they can do, because they can't get just like a regular job sometimes anymore.
Yeah, they can't just work at their local coffee store or their local fast food joint or a restaurant, or even like half the time, again, big businesses don't want to hire them because, you know, you Google their name and it shows up as, oh, they competed on a reality show. And honestly, I feel like that's something that really should not be held against you unless, again, in the case of Brittany, you've said something incredibly terrible.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if you've done something silly, like in Big Brother, they have, like, stupid costumes they have to wear as, like, punishments. I feel like that shouldn't hold you back from a job.
Yeah.
Because it's silly. It's not hurting anybody. I don't even think that makes the whatever company you're working for look bad in any way.
Well, because it reminds me of, too, like, we love the internet's new rising queen, which is Brittany Broski.
Yes.
Because, you know, when a new supreme rises, the old one must fall. And she's kombucha girl. That video hurts nobody.
No.
Like, does nothing. And then she got turned into a meme. It made her famous, and her bank job literally fired her.
Yeah, because, and I really feel bad for her, because the video itself not even bad. It was the context that it was put into on the internet. And I don't know, like, I'm a big fan of her, so I follow her on all her social medias, and she'll say, like, it never, like, really ruined anything. She was really happy to leave that job, all those things. So, like, good for her for now feeling more fulfilled in whatever she's doing now.
Yeah, she knows her worth.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like, it's also not fair in that aspect when it's something completely taken out of...
Context.
Context and out of your control.
So... But it's okay. Like, we got the podcast. We can go on all the reality shows. We can do the circuit.
Yes.
You know, and I think they've even done Celebrity Wheel of Fortune.
Yes. I think almost everything now has had a celebrity version of it.
Exactly. Yeah. Could I win Wheel of Fortune? Well, during quarantine, my mom did have a Wheel of Fortune night.
Yes.
Who won?
I don't remember.
I think it was my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, see, but also, could I win Wheel of Fortune? I'm a terrible speller.
Then probably not.
No, like, oh my god, I was playing Scrabble the other night, and because my boyfriend really wanted to play Scrabble, and I was like, you know I'm a terrible speller. And he's like, I'll literally let you cheat.
Okay,
like,
Grandpa.
Yes. Yeah.
Scrabble.
So I had my phone beside me, and I was like trying, like, I even had like the Scrabble finder. I cheated multiple times. Like, I was like, is this a word? And he's like, no, it's not. And I was like, but like, it makes sense. I was like, can we use names?
Didn't you also used to play Words with Friends with somebody, and
yes.
you also had to cheat, and you lost like every game you ever played?
Yes, no, during quarantine, my ex and I couldn't see each other, right? Yeah. So we were trying to find games to play together. So we were playing Words with Friends. Like, I never won a single game.
No. And you got close a couple times, but near the end, you'd always fizzle out. And I always thought it was like the funniest thing.
But yeah, he let me cheat the entire game, still lost.
Well, what can you do?
Yeah. You know, I take the wins when I get them.
Exactly. So what did we learn today? That to be on reality shows, marketing skills are a plus.
Yeah. Know how to manipulate people.
Know how to manipulate. Being a teacher, fitness instructor is good because you know how to manipulate groups of people.
Be a coach,
Be a coach. And if you want your 15 minutes of fame, Big Brother.
Yeah.
That's the one you need.
So the perfect person to be to win all these reality TV shows is a sales manager who coaches the company softball team who used to be a teacher. I think I've cracked the code.
Kind of. Or like an HR. You know how to deal with people of all sorts of things. So maybe go for HR and then you teach a softball team on the side.
Yeah. I think that's where we'll end this today.
Yep.
Thank you so much for listening. And Amy, of course, why don't you give the good old outro?
Absolutely. Thank you guys again so much for listening this week. And I want to say thanks, Kelsey, for letting me go on a rant about Wipeout. That fulfills my quota for the month.
Yes.
You can listen to us on Anchor, on Apple Podcasts. And if you listen to us on Apple, please leave us a 5-star rating and a quick review. We love to see those, and it helps us get on the charts. You can listen to us on Google Podcasts and lots of other places that Anchor provides us with. You can also listen or watch us on YouTube at Can You Take My Shift? If you watch us there, listen to us there, please subscribe, give us a like, a comment, whatever you'd like. There may also or may not be more content coming to YouTube in December. We have something kind of fun planned. We quickly showcased it a bit on our Instagram account, so keep your eye out there for some more information. You can also find us on Instagram at Can You Take My Shift? So give us a follow, like our stuff, send us a DM. If there's anything you guys ever want us to talk about, reach us there. You can also find us on Twitter at CYTMS Podcast. Again, follow us there, send us a DM if there's anything you want us to talk about. And I think that's all we got for this week. So until next time, Kelsey, can you take my shift?
No, because you haven't done your laundry, so what am I supposed to wear?
I don't know, man, but that's on you.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.